Welcome back to Kansas City. Today, we're going to chat about something that every long-term broker, every broker that hasn't burned out already knows, but the new brokers in this space probably haven't quite realized. Folks, today we're going to talk about referrals. Now, in this business, in sales, every single salesperson has been told, if you have had any sales training whatsoever, ask for the referral. Yet you would be shocked by how few salespeople actually do. Now, there's a number of reasons for that. A lot of brokers are afraid to ask for the referral because they're afraid to be told no. They're afraid to effectively be told, you have my business, but I don't trust you with my friends. That's what they're afraid of, at least in part. Now, today we're going to walk through a system, an engine, if you will, that helps you as the broker who's doing the hard work for their level-funded clients set up a situation where when you ask for that referral, you have a better chance of getting it. Because in business, in sales, prospecting is actually the hard part. Sales is pretty easy. If you have a product that you can help somebody with and you can make their life better, if you're in sales, then that's an easy sale. But it's getting the information and getting in front of the right clientele to actually see if you can help them or not. So we're going to go through a bit of coaching today on what you should be doing to help generate more referrals with your level-funded potential clients and clients. And folks, it's really simple, but it takes some time. Like most things, simple but hard. Hard because you have to do all of the parts. Now, what are all the parts that we're going to talk about? Well, if you're listening to me, you already know the sales process for a level-funded plan. You know that it takes a bit longer than a fully insured option. Okay, great. What we're going to do is we're going to interject a couple of pieces early in this sales process from you as the broker when you're sitting down with the potential client. They're not even your client at this point. The first thing that you're going to do, and I'll send these to you if you request them, and they're smaller, but I printed it off for large size here for this video. You're going to leave a little something like this. Now, it's a size of a 3x5 card. It's about that size. That's a picture of my boy, but you're not getting that. But the size of the card that you'll leave behind will be about this size. With that, on this, it says a couple of things. One, it establishes how you grow your block of business. It says, I don't grow my business out there marketing to the masses. I don't grow my business with scattershot. I am focused deeply on my clients. Now, the beauty of that, Mr. Potential Client, is that I am able to produce things for my clients because I'm willing to do the deep and hard work that most Tom, Dick, or Harry out there cannot give to their client. Now, the drawback of that is I don't have nearly as much time to go out and drive more business in the door. And so because I'm going to do the deep and hard work for you, Mr. Business Owner, I have something in exchange. And this card is what I'm going to leave behind. Now on the card, on the back side, I've got a larger size here. On the back side, it says, who are the two business owners that you'd like me to help the way I'm helping you? Now, you only want to say two. You want to say an actual number. You don't want to say who are they. Put a frame in their mind of saying two. Sometimes you can say three. Don't say one. But don't make it a nebulous number. Who else can I help? That's not specific. The brain needs to be coached. So if you say, who are the two business owners? They immediately try to fill those two spots. Additionally, when you leave this with them, you don't ask for the business owners right then. You don't ask for the referrals. You say, let me go to work for you. I'm going to do a whole bunch of work to find out if I can even help you. And sometimes the broker that they have as the incumbent is already doing a great job. Sometimes you can't find a better solution for them. And folks, that's okay. You are in the trust and relationship business. And if they're trusting you enough to work deeply for them, you have to trust the process and your future prospects enough to give them the candid answer if you can't help them. This is about respect for yourself as well as respect for them. So after that initial meeting, when you're starting to gather, you're going to leave that little card with them. You're going to do your job. You're going to go through the whole process. And a lot of times you're going to end up with a situation where you can't help them. For whatever reason, a percentage of the time, call it 20%, call it 25%, the incumbent broker's done a great job. The plan that they're on is better than what you have access to, or there you have some issues that you can't quite solve. Now, a lot of people would abandon that lead. And folks, I would actually do the exact opposite. You've done a lot of work. Now, you're not getting paid for that work. You are already heavily invested in this business owner. Now, what can you give him? How else can you make his life better if you can't put him on a great plan? If the plan he's on is already as good as what you have, you can at least put his mind at ease. And I'll send these to you as well. It's a Gold Star Award. What the heck's that, Tom? What's a Gold Star Award? Well, Costco's a really popular, forgive me for a small diatribe, Costco's a really popular place. Not because they have the best prices on everything, but because you know you're getting a fair deal. You know that you're doing all right. Now, when you go in and try to help one of your clients or one of your potential clients and you can't do it because their incumbent broker is doing a great job, that business owner wants to know that. So when you say, Tom's Cups, we checked on your work on Tom's Cups from one client, first broker to another, great job. And then you sign it. And you give this to the business owner and you tell him, look, Sally, I couldn't help you, but your incumbent broker, Bob, I got to say, I think he's got you on a pretty good plan. Would you do me a favor? Because we're trying to clean up this industry and trying to do what's right by the clients. Would you give that to him? Now, that business owner knows that he's at least, or she's at least got a pretty decent plan. You've already assuaged her mind. Hey, I'm probably in a pretty good shape. One person says they can't help me any better. One person says they got me on the best. I'm triangulating here. That's pretty good. Now, what you've done is you've provided additional value that they very rarely get in business. And in that moment, you do this simple script. And Sally, I'm betting you haven't had time to fill out that card yet. And in that moment, you've done two things with that exact line. I'm betting you haven't had time to fill that card out yet. You're giving her the out for not having done it because most likely they haven't done it. But you're also giving an excuse to do it right then. You're right. Sally, would you mind? I've got another one here, but if you have that one, would you mind pulling it out? Great. On that card, it's going to reference a couple of things. It's going to reference the name and the best contact number. That best contact number is a cell phone, most likely. So when Sally puts that on there, she's going to say, call my sister and my cousin. Great. You say, Sally, I'm going to go ahead and send them a text right now saying that I'll be calling them later today. And we'll send it a three-way text between you, me, and the new client. And in that moment, you've now entered the sales process at such a high trust place that you should be able to get the information to discover whether that business is currently on a great plan or not, with a lot less resistance. Because you're not walking in as some schmuck off the street. You're walking in as a trusted ally, as a trusted resource from their brother, sister, cousin that you've already either helped or shown that you can't help. But either way, you're providing value and demonstrating that you are out to do what's best by the client. There's so many people who want to build funnels and systems and just crank through the sales. Folks, it's a recipe for burnout. And it misses one other side. And that's the second part of this. So most of the time, you probably are going to be able to help them. So when you sit down with that same client and you say, okay, Sally, this is where you were on your renewal before me. You were at, let's pick a number here, $250,000 for the year. Now we did a whole bunch of extra work. And we got you to come in at $225,000 with an ATA level funded plan. Great. So with that, the amount of money that we're saving off the bat is $25,000. Plus, this ATA plan has 100% surplus. It's all in the form. And that means that there's another $100,000 that's in the claims account. That's your money. So we'll see how the claims runs, but you might have an even lower cost at the end of this plan year. Would you mind signing here that we agree that we've saved you off the bat $25,000? Kind of beautiful. Fantastic. Once she signs, then you ask her for the referrals. You say, and I'm betting you haven't had time to fill out that card I left you yet. Same script. That moment, you've just saved her $25,000. Of course she's going to introduce you to two people. And of course you're going to use that, hey, I just saved Sally $25,000 on her new health plan. When can you and I chat? Would tomorrow be a terrible time to have a cup of coffee? It's a simple script. You're capturing the moment of goodwill. You've done all this extra work. You're serving the client very deeply. Folks, we have to broadcast that. We have to broadcast the guys out there in the field that are doing the great work, that are putting their clients on the best possible plans. We have to broadcast that. And the way to do it is to capture it when you win and get the new referral into the system, because referrals buy more often. They're easier to keep because you already have a relationship built on a proxy of trust, which is the introduction from your current client. Now, this form, which I'm pretty proud of, has one other part. Now, with ATA, we have 100% level funding. What does that mean? Well, it means that all the unused money in the claims account is kept by the client. So you have a second opportunity to get another batch of referrals. Pull this form out, keep the form, because you already have them signed it, and say, at the end of the run-out period, Sally, we reduce your cost by $25,000 on plan year 1. Pretty fantastic. That plan year had, I'm picking numbers here, total claims that were paid by the plan itself, not reimbursed by stop loss, of $71,000. That means our true cost was actually another $20,000 less. So cumulatively, we saved you an additional $20,000, or without us, you would have spent another $45,000 on just your company's health benefits. That's pretty incredible. We saved you $45,000 in year 1, and we're going to be together for a while. Great. Would you sign here? We're going to talk about how we're going to direct that money. Now, in that moment, you've got another big win. You ask her for 2 more referrals. When you're delivering this deep value, if you're not capitalizing in that moment, you're blowing it. The reason you do this extra work is to do what's right by the client. The way you're rewarded for it is they know that, and you should be introduced to their brother, sister, cousin to help more of their tribe. If you're not asking for referrals and you're doing the hard work, man, I love you. Ask for the referrals. Your clients want to give them to you. If you're saving them big money, they've got a lot of people that they care about, that they want to help protect as well. Ask for the referrals. Now, we've got these 3 forms that walk you through it. I hope that made sense. Gold star on you. Get out there, help some people. Ask for the referrals after you've done the deep and hard work of doing a level funded plan, and you will be shocked by how quickly and how effectively your book grows, because every case turns into the next sales call. And if you don't have to prospect, all you have to do is help. It's a beautiful life. We'll see you out there. My name's Tom Stein Jr. We are Level Funded for Main Street. We'll see you.